You must have heard of this first inspiring figure when you studied science at school. Sir Isaac Newton was the discoverer of gravity, which is the basis for all modern science, and was also the first person to calculate the speed of sound. Newton was also the first person to calculate the speed of sound and made great strides in the study of light. Apart from that, this inspirational figure also has achievements in the fields of mathematics, theology, physics, and astronomy. If I have seen further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. I can calculate the motion of heavenly bodies but not the madness of people. Men build too many walls and not enough bridges. Tact is the knack of making a point without making an enemy. Nature is pleased with simplicity, and nature is no dummy. What we know is a drop, what we don't know is an ocean. Gravity explains the motions of the planets, but it cannot explain who sets the planets in motion. Truth is ever to be found in the simplicity, and not in the multiplicity and confusion of things. And to every action there is always an equal and opposite or contrary reaction. This most beautiful system of the sun, planets and comets, could only proceed from the counsel and dominion of an intelligent and powerful being. A man may imagine things that are false, but he can only understand things that are true. No great discovery was ever made without a bold guess. What goes up must come down. If I have ever made any valuable discoveries, it has been due more to patient attention than to any other talent. You have to make the rules, not follow them. Live your life as an exclamation rather than an explanation. He who thinks half-heartedly will not believe in God, but he who really thinks has to believe in God. Sir Isaac Newton was asked how he discovered the law of gravity. He replied, by thinking about it all the time. To myself I am only a child playing on the beach, while vast oceans of truth lie undiscovered before me. Tact is the art of making a point without making an enemy. Yet one thing secures us whatever betide, the scriptures assures us that the Lord will provide. If I have seen further than others, it is by standing upon the shoulders of giants. To explain all nature is too difficult a task for any one man or even for any one age. Whence arises all that order and beauty we see in the world? Plato is my friend, Aristotle is my friend, but my greatest friend is truth. I have studied these things, you have not. Gravity explains the motions of the planets, but it cannot explain who set the planets in motion. For every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. The more time and devotion one spends in the worship of false gods, the less he is able to spend in that of the true one. They who search after the philosopher's stone by their own rules obliged to a strict and religious life. If I have been able to see further, it was only because I stood on the shoulders of giants. Amicus Plato, amicus Aristoteles, magis amica veritas. Plato is my friend, Aristotle is my friend, but my greatest friend is truth. If I have come further, it is by standing on the shoulders of giants. There are more sure marks of authenticity in the Bible than in any profane history. To every action there is always opposed an equal reaction. For I see not what there is desirable in public esteem, were I able to acquire and maintain it. It would perhaps increase my acquaintance, the thing which I chiefly study to decline. If I have seen farther than others, it is because I was standing on the shoulders of giants. 'Tis much better to do a little with certainty and leave the rest for others that come after than to explain all things by conjecture without making sure of anything. No old men, excepting Dr. Wallace, love mathematics. A man may imagine things that are false, but he can only understand things that are true, for if the things be false, the apprehension of them is not understanding. This most elegant system of the sun, planets, and comets could not have arisen without the design and dominion of an intelligent and powerful being. If I have done great things, it's because I was standing in the closet of smart men taking notes and then publishing their ideas as my own.